G'day guys, this was a request for Throne by Bring Me the Horizon. Now there's a couple of main sections, so once we have those down, then the entire song should fall together pretty quickly. Let's hop in the kit and check it out. To get us started, there's a hi-hat pattern, and it goes just like this. To finish off that little section, we have a fill, and it's just on the snare drum. And then we're straight into the groove that we're going to use for all of the choruses and all of the post-choruses as well that has that really cool riff. So that's going to sound like this. So halfway through that section, there's those two snare drums on and 4. And then at the end, we have a fill, and we're going to recycle this fill a bunch of times too. Then we go into our verses, which has some kind of tricky kick patterns. And I can also hear 16th note hi-hats, but I'm pretty sure it's a sample from that intro track, because I watched him play it live, and he's definitely not playing 16ths. So I think we'll kind of compromise, play 8th notes on the hi-hats, and try and get these tricky kicks in. Sounds like this. And then the second time through, we play exactly the same pattern for the 3 bars, and at the end we have a different fill. Really important, I think, to start left hand on the snare drum, because it'll keep you nice and open to play around the kit like that. Alright, we've already kicked a bunch of goals, because then we go back into our chorus groove on the hi-hats. Then after that we play the exact same groove, but up on the crash cymbal. And then at the end, with the fill, we just have a little stop. So through that, the next verse is exactly the same, with the same fills, and then we go back into the chorus again, we go all the way through that, and then at the end there's a little tail where there's an extra drum fill at the end of this lot of choruses. And that goes like this. That extra hi-hat at the end of the bar is pretty weird, but I can definitely hear it in there, so I'm assuming just grab that with your left hand and that'll free you up to get over onto the floor toms. And then we're into our bridge. Now the bridge has this big snare roll section that kind of builds and builds, and we add a couple of extra accents, but it's not too complicated. The accent's mainly on beat 3, and the kick drums aren't doing anything too complicated. So that sounds like this. So that's the first section when the accents are just on beat 3, and then we add a couple of extra accents in the second bar. We finish that section with a big old stop on the toms, and then we're back into exactly the same beat that we've been playing for the choruses. At the end of that chorus, right before we go into the halftime section, there's a different fill again, and that goes like this. And then we're into the last handful of bars, and it's a big halftime groove that goes like this. And there we go, the kick drum finishes on the end of 4, and that is the very end of the song. So hopefully you've been able to grab all those bits because that's everything you'll need to play Throne by Bring Me the Horizon. It's a pretty great track and there's some really cool beats that you'll be able to use in other songs as well. So jump into it, happy practicing guys, and I'll catch you at the next lesson.